It's not a normal sight. 5 Air Canada Boeing 737 MAX 8 airplanes have been parked next to the Air Canada hangar at Vancouver International Airport. With the planes grounded, it's another day of scrambling for Canada's largest airline and its customers. According to Wayne McNeil, an aviation expert who appeared on breakfast television in Vancouver Thursday morning, Air Canada has some options.
I think what you're going to see in the future sort of thing with the grounding is Air Canada will immediately go back to their original fleet of A320s, which they still have, and also use their subsidiary Rouge to do a lot of their flying for them in the meantime.
The situation at WestJet is similar. Although the airline has less Boeing 737s in its fleet than Air Canada, WestJet says it will be forced to swap aircraft and make changes to certain flights to accommodate its customers. Air Canada says it will waive cancellation charges and rebooking fees for MAX 8 flights within 3 weeks of the original travel date. So for Air Canada, the disruption is significant. The Canadian airline has 24 of these Boeing 737 MAX planes in its fleet. And with these planes being grounded, it could pose a challenge for some of Air Canada's longer flights.
There'll be some impacted routes because the MAX has a longer range than the normal 737s.
So what could be the issue, if there is one, regarding Boeing's new airplane? According to McNeil, it might be the bigger engine.
But it is a bypass engine that is bigger and heavier than the original ones that they had in earlier 737s. That meant to make sure that the aircraft could handle that, they had to move the engines forward and upward slightly and also extend the nose gear for the center of gravity. That meant that Boeing was aware that there could be a stall problem coming up with the change of the center of gravity on this aircraft.
So with the Boeing 737 MAX 8 and 9 planes being out of commission for the foreseeable future, many travelers are dealing with flight delays and cancellations. And some have already made up their minds when it comes to potentially flying in Boeing 737s down the road.
I wouldn't do it. I work in Indonesia. I would not do it. End of story.
I'd rather not get on a Boeing right now. It's just they haven't found out the answer yet.
Nope. Not until the government and, there's an investigation and they do something, to make sure and reassure people that they can fly safely again.
At Vancouver International Airport, Greg Harper, City News.